11 PGA Tour players, including Phil Mickelson, have filed an antitrust lawsuit against the PGA Tour. Thoughts on that?
Not shocked. You knew this was happening. Look, I said this when this tour started. This thing's here to stay. And it's only going to grow, and it's only going to get bigger. They're dug in. Like guys are set. You saw Bryson DeChambeau's interview. You're watching. I said the minute some young guys start to go over there, that's when the PGA Tour is going to get worried. But not only that, now they are going after the PGA Tour in court. Now, I know they have big backing. I know they got a lot of money. People feel a lot of different ways about it. But I can go through a lot of things that are touched with blood money, basically. Let's put it that way. But these guys are not going away. They are not backing down. The Live Tour is here to stay. I'm telling you guys.
Well, the reason this is a sticky situation is because, obviously, we have a podcast here. We can't just go create another podcast for some other company at the same time, right? But for that, we have a salary, we get paid. These guys aren't employees. So that's what makes it interesting. They only get paid for performance-based play if they are to make cuts. So as far as the players are concerned, they're saying, well, I'm not really on salary for you, right? I'm not on salary. I need to go play whatever other tournaments I can.
They're contractors,
The PGA Tour is saying, well, you have to ask us permission to go play on any other events, and they generally grant them up to 3 a year. And in the case of Live, they said, no, you can't go play in any of them. So that's basically the crux of the antitrust lawsuit.
Yeah, well, they took Heinrich Stenson from being the captain of the Ryder Cup team for Europe because he was going over there to play. I'm just saying, it's going to get nastier. It's going to get a lot nastier before it gets better, but they have a point. You aren't employees. You're not. So the PGA Tour,
you are members of.
You are, but you're not. But in the eyes of the law, at least in my opinion, you are not taking a salary from the PGA Tour. Look, here's the thing. The PGA Tour is running a monopoly. Okay, they're running a monopoly, and somebody with enough money.
Not really. What do you mean by they're running?
But PGA Tour is the only tour that really matters.
No, there's a European tour.
No, all those guys playing the PGA Tour. Do you think kids grow up thinking, well, they try and make the PGA Tour? Name one player who's turned down the PGA Tour.
That's like saying the NFL is running a monopoly.
I mean, they basically are.
Well, okay, but not for any tyrannical reasons. It's just because.
Oh, I'm not saying it's tyrannical. What I'm saying is it is what it is. It doesn't have to be tyrannical. You want to know what's tyrannical to me? Somebody else starting a league that has money and has backing,
what I'm saying
that has your players, and then you try and cut them off.
If the PGA Tour has an event at the end of the season, the Tour Championship, where the winner gets $20 million or something like that, and they have members who they grant memberships to, and they want to say, you can't be a member of our membership any longer, they have that right to do that as well.
Again, I am not saying they don't have the right to do something. What I'm calling out is calling a spade a spade. The PGA Tour is way bigger than the European Tour. That's not even close. You think Rory McIlroy cares about the European Tour compared to the PGA Tour? That's like comparing the USFL to the NFL.
Who's saying the European Tour is as big as the PGA Tour? I'm just saying the definition of a monopoly is one. I'm saying there are other tours that exist. You can play other golf in the world that's not the PGA Tour.
Well, yeah. Well, there's other places that sell stuff that Walmart sells, but it's not Walmart. Like what I'm saying is that the PGA Tour has been the top dog and been able to run things the way they wanted to. You remember when, and you've brought this point up, you remember when no women can be at the Masters, we're going to pull the advertising. You know what the PGA Tour said and what Augusta said? Fine.
But but that's not the PGA Tour. Augusta National is its own thing.
It is, right? But again, it is thought of, the Masters is thought of on the PGA Tour. Like you don't think of the Masters on the Hooters Tour. You don't think of the Masters on the European Tour. All I'm saying is the PGA Tour finally got some competition. And the players who aren't employees, you may be a member. Hell, I'm a member at a golf course, but they don't pay me to go out there and play. I pay them. So my thing is, I feel like it's one of those situations where somebody had a good idea. Somebody had enough money to do it. Somebody said, you know what? We'll pay you a salary even if you don't make the cut. To complain, a lot of players said, you know what? That sounds great because the odds of me winning a major every year or winning that $20 million ticket every year as opposed to making an actual salary for playing in tournaments is two totally different things. And it's an interesting argument, but I'm more looking at kind of the vitriol of it, David. Like, I think it gets a lot uglier before it gets cleaner, and I just think they're here to stay.
Well, I think it's going to be hard to win an antitrust lawsuit for some of these guys who are going and making $300 million, right? There's a difference when, like, if you get fired from an organization and you're making $0 and you say, no, there was antitrust there because this place has a monopoly and they squash me. That's different than guys who leave voluntarily and are going to go make more money elsewhere than they are on the PGA Tour. I think that's going to be very difficult to show the necessary harm that you have to have in an antitrust litigation. The bigger way for them to win an antitrust is if the PGA Tour is putting pressure on the majors to not allow these guys to play, because the PGA Tour does not control the majors. So if they go to Augusta National or they go to the USGA or the PGA of America and say, y'all make sure you don't allow live golfers to play in your tournament, now you have a situation.
Yeah. My main point is the confidence of these guys to bring this lawsuit. Yeah. That's more, because I'm just looking at the point of, will this live thing work out? Like, that's what I'm looking at it. Kind of like, will the USFL thing work out? Will it turn into the G League of college football? Will the XFL work out? Which, by the way, we got football tonight.
And some guys left. Some guys gave up their membership. They said, we don't want to be a part of it.
And I don't think
we're done. These 11 are the ones who want to stay and compete in the Tour Championship.
They're trying to double dip.
Exactly.
Hey everybody, if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and ring that bell. We're excited to be here. It's Crane & Company live 2 to 3 Central daily. Ring that bell. I want to hear it from coast to coast.